NIPrepper here. So I'm back and out in the field, and it's good to be back. Apologies for the absence last couple of months. I've just, got some news. I'm moving to England. I got a job offer that basically I couldn't refuse, and I'll be heading out to Kent in the summer. So I'll still be NIPrepper, but I'll just be exploring England and doing my adventures there, which certainly interesting, change of scenery. But yeah, that's basically the reason why I've been absent, and I've been going back and forth to England and doing all these kinds of tests. Preparation took more time than I really wanted, but it was worth it, and it just didn't really leave a lot of room for my videos, unfortunately. But this is the way it is. Real life always seems to get in the way, and yeah. But today, what I'm going to do today is really just do a review of my kit, because there's been a few people asking what do you carry, etc. And to be honest, I've done a big change in what I actually carry with me, so that'll be fun. And I'm also scouting out a location for my solo overnighter. Originally I had a site in mind, but it's really not good for hammock camping at all. I tried my best and it wouldn't work, so I've come out looking for a new site. But really today the video is just the focus on my gear, and actually for me personally, I've actually come out to test out a few new pieces of kit. Brand new camera that I'm filming on, and I don't really want to take any chances whenever I do my solo overnighter, so I want to make sure I'm used to all my kit. It's been a while since I've used it, and need to make sure I'm familiar with it still. And yeah, we'll give it a go. We may get some food on as well if we have time, so let's get to it. Alright folks, so first thing we can do is take a look at the kit, and decided to do it out in the field because it's the kit that I'll carry with me, obviously. So, you know, we've all got extra bits lying around the house, you know, cool pieces of gear that, you know, just stay in the house and never really get any field use. The stuff that I've got with me is the stuff that I use whenever I go out in the field. So, start with, I have this belt kit. Now, you probably noticed in some of my previous videos I had like a full webbing, assault vest kind of deal going on, and I've decided that instead of that I would try and minimize the amount of gear I carry. And basically all I've done is kept the belt and just put on 4 basic pouches, and it's very multi-purpose. Turn that around so you can see. It's just a multi-purpose generic kit. It seems to be doing okay. I like it, and you know, it's not too heavy. In fact, it's very light. You know, it's modular as well, which is a great aspect. So really, in this pouch here, at the moment I'm using it for camera gear. So there's my old Ultra HD mini camcorder. It's just that's just the backup now. And I've got my GoPro. Unfortunately, I forgot the micro SD card, so I'll not be able to use that in this video. But trust me, I will be using this. I can't wait. But all the camera gear goes in this pouch, because there's no point putting it in a backpack, because then I'll have to keep changing and going to get it. So it stays on the belt where I can, you know, get it whenever I need it. This pouch here, so I've got a wee bottle of water. This is just for cooking really, and it's not really for drinking. It's just for boiling stuff. And then I have my mess set. So it's just a standard British Army issue packet of wipes or napkins, and my fork and spoon, and that's it. That's all there is in it. Sometimes I might put like bits of food in it, but I decided not to in this case. My water bottle set. So it comes in it's a USGI pattern, but it's actually see-through, so that's very handy. So you know exactly how much you have. And then this comes with a canteen cup. Comes with a stove as well. So that means no more hexy stoves or anything like that. This can work with a Trangia or with a just hexy blocks, or even a fire if you're just using wood. But basically the idea is that it goes like that, just like that, and you put the fuel underneath and light it and just let it do its work, and it's fantastic. I really like it. The fact that it goes together in a wee compact set is just fantastic. And I've also got a pack of water purification tablets in the side there, but I'll not show you that. And then in here, it's just like a general purpose pouch, a couple of useful things in it. Another bottle of water for cooking purposes, and then just like a wee fire kit. Oh, and magnifying glass. It's part of the fire kit. So that's it really. That's all there is on my bell kit. So like I said, much more streamlined. I might add a snug pack response pack onto it, but I'm not sure if I will actually, because I like how little there is in it. And also notice that there's no knife carried on it yet, and that's in my backpack, which we'll have a wee look at now. Okay, so this is my backpack. It's an assault pack technically. It's made by Miltech. It's a small wee piece of kit, but I really like it. And if you've watched some of my earlier videos, you probably noticed that I was carrying a fairly large US Army rucksack, and to be honest, it was a curse. It's a great backpack, but it was so big that you could fill it with stuff. Whenever you get a really big backpack, I think that there's always this temptation to stuff it with as much gear as you possibly can get inside it, and as a consequence you're often very overloaded. You're carrying multiple stuff that you don't need, and I was guilty of doing that, and that's why I got this wee backpack. And I mean, the amount of stuff I can carry with it is just unbelievable, and the fact that it's got these wee molly pouches or molly straps on it allows me to attach all kinds of extra wee pouches. So down at the bottom, got my sleeping bag. Not that I'm going to use it now, but it's a great wee sleeping bag. Apparently it's waterproof, which is good, and it's warm as well. So this is just a US M16 mag pouch, and I use that to carry some fuel. These are these zip blocks that people may have seen in Tesco. I've used them before, they're pretty good, and there's a packet of hexy fuel tabs in the bottom there, so there's always that. US Army issue medical kit. I really like this. Thankfully I've never had occasion to use it, but it is quite a good wee kit, and I've added a few extras in there like super glue, a few extra plasters and bandages and stuff, but it comes in a waterproof case, as you can see there, and that's the real deal. Got that in the States. It's a good piece of kit, but it's always good to have a first aid kit, because you obviously never know whenever you're coming out in the outdoors what's going to happen. Okay, so in this pouch is my solar charger, and as you can see there, maybe, don't know if you can see it, it's actually lit up there because it's charging, and it can charge anything that's powered by a USB. I think this was £15 off Amazon, and I've used it to charge my phone on occasion. It does a good job. It is slow, but what can you say? It's basically free energy, so It's always handy as a backup. Comes with a wee carabiner too. And then in this wee pouch top, I have a Trangia stove. I don't really need it because I didn't bring any Trangia fuel, so I guess I didn't really need it, but it's just there as, you know, force of habit. My chart cloth tin, and I've used this before in one of my other videos, you've probably seen that, and some extra material for making jar cloth. So that goes in there. And then we'll go into this compartment here. This is the second compartment. It's got two main compartments and then two smaller compartments right at the front. So in this one, I have a torch. Always good to have. This is now my basic knife that I carry. The Bear Grylls one's still one of my favourites, but I decided to carry this for a wee change. It's the Mora. I can't remember which model this is. I think it's the F40, and it is a fantastic piece of kit. And also, you know, it's not a very intimidating, you know, item. So if anyone does stop by and, you know, they see you with this, they're not going to think as much if you stand there with a combat knife or something like that. So, you know, it's pretty basic, but I mean, as far as knives go, they're pretty solid, and you know, I really like it. So aside, I have a saw, folding saw. I got this in Tesco. It's nothing particularly exciting, but you know, it does the job. And actually, I mean, I have to say it does the job very, very well. So I like that. Just a pair of heavy leather work gloves for whenever I'm working with the saw or the knife or, you know, axe or anything. And this is my bivy bag. It's in US Woodland camouflage. I have not actually had the chance to use this. I got this over Christmas, so I'll be using this for the first time next week. So looking forward to that. And in here I've got just a couple of these I need to recharge these actually. These are the wee chemical hand warmer things, but what I do is I put them in the sleeping bag, and you know, it's as good as a hot water bottle really. So need to get them fixed, get them recharged, and we'll see how that goes. Just some bin bags. These are like technically I think they're like for pedal bins, but they're small, so it's always good to, well, it's always important to clean up after yourself, so I always bring a couple of bin bags just in case. There's an extra charger. I bring this here. This is I got this over Christmas. It's one of these USB battery things. I have to say it is fantastic. I've used it constantly whenever I've been on the move in England and stuff, so it is very good. And of course the mandatory USB for the iPhone. And I've got a standard USB there as well that I can use. Then this sort of like bar light thing, it's an LED lamp. It's got a wee cool hook at the bottom, so can use that there like that, just hang it up just like that. Going to use that in the hammock, you know, because it is very, very bright, and you know, see, pretty bright. Always good to have alternative sources of illumination. These are my heavy-duty tent pegs, like giant nails basically, and they are tough. And you know, sometimes the wee steel or aluminium tent pegs, they're just not up to the task, so that's why it's good to have these proper, they're almost like pinions or something like that, but I'm pretty sure these are just very, very large nails with a bit of plastic on it. Just a bit of extra cordage. This is like it's like just more like rope than paracord, so it's just a bit of extra cordage is not a bad thing. Little extra first aid kit. It's more for personal, you know, like one thing that you give someone, or
what am I talking about? It's just a basic first aid kit. It's nothing exciting. It's just extra supplies. And this little weird LED light. I like it. Bendy lights or bendy torch. I don't know what to call them, but they're pretty cool. As I said, I mean, it's astounding how much gear you can get in here for all the size of it. It was only like 20 quid, so it didn't hurt the bank balance either. So now we're in the main compartment. So another wee bottle of water. I forgot to bring my water bladder, but to be honest, this is just for cooking, so it's handy to have. Hammock, which you guys have seen before. Comes with its own cordage, and it's in this really cool digital cam, which I like. Just my waterproof. It's in like hunter cam, but it's handy to always have that. I decided not to wear like an overcoat today because you know it's not going to rain or anything. So, but I always pack this just in case. Packet of cleaning wipes for cleaning up my cooking gear. Big bundle of paracord. It's in camo and it's proper 550 spec, so that's always handy. Billy can, which again you guys have seen me use. I always pack a bit of food in there. Let's see, a couple of wee things of soup and porridge at the bottom. So it means I've, you know, even if I forget like my ration pack or anything, I've always got something to go with. Another wee spool of cordage. Again, you can't have enough cordage, so it's always good to pack a couple of alternatives. A couple of light sticks. Down at the bottom is a blanket for putting on the bottom of my sleeping bag whenever I'm in the hammock, because I've been told that they get very, very cold, so it's always good to have, you know, a bit of extra lining. So that it's basically like a mattress, or I don't know what that was. It's like a mattress, or you know, like just like a liner. So it's also wrapped in bungee cord, so if I ever need, you know, a bit of bungee cordage, it's there. And one thing I forgot to mention that I always carry with me, my trusty poncho, and of course this ground sheet that I'm sitting on. So that's all of the kit I carry now. It is significantly lighter than what I have been using, and you know, I'm much happier by carrying it and going places with it. I have moved on to where is it? Also got a new fire steel, which, you know, I like. Ferro rod, whatever you want to call them. They're pretty cool. That was like £1 off Amazon. Definitely don't need to spend a lot of money whenever you're doing the outdoors. You can do things on the cheap, and to be honest, most of this has been fairly low cost, and you know, I'm very happy with it, so you don't need to spend a lot. So decided to get some food on, and I'll be using the Zip. There we go. It seems to be taken pretty well. They're about £3 in Tesco, so if anyone's interested.
Just let that burn up there. Get some kindling on. It's burning well. Get our pot stand. Okay folks, so that's me for this week. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any thoughts on the gear, feel free to comment. That's why I'm doing this. Like I said, I've tried to keep the kit down to a minimum, and I think this is the kit I'll be carrying for my first overnight solo. So hopefully next week will be good, be fun, and certainly be a challenge. I've never done it before, so it'll be an experience anyway, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that experience with you guys. Like I said, I am sorry I've kept you in the dark for so long, but unfortunately real life just gets in the way and there's nothing you can do about that. But I'm back, I'm here to stay, and the videos will be going out as per usual once a week. And if you have any suggestions as to what I should start trying or look into, feel free to suggest something. That's why I'm here. That's the whole point of this thing. I am only a beginner. I'm only learning. I'm not an expert. I do not claim to be an expert. And if any of you guys have any suggestions and tips and things, I'm always open to suggestions and advice. So feel free to go ahead and just give us a wee shout, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.